So yeah, hey guys, how's it going? I'm Siberian Bull 9, and welcome back to Randomania's Super Week. And I can only call this the Siberian Bull 9 block because, well, we got 4.5 hours of me playing randomizers. We're gonna start off with Mega Man 2. We're gonna follow by Mega Man X, and then we're gonna play Secret of Mana Randomizer Open World. So strap yourselves in because it's going to be 4.5 hours of randomized action. Real quick, I want to thank Randomania for allowing me to put these on. And we're going to have a good time tonight, alright? Obviously our first block, like I said, our first run tonight is going to be Mega Man 2. And we got a Mario 64 stream. Yes. So we got a Mario 64 story, and our seed tonight was actually selected by Game Boy, who I asked if he wanted to name the seed tonight, and he chose Superweek. So this is the Superweek seed for Mega Man 2, and I think with that, we're gonna get this run started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so Mega Man 2 randomizer, pretty much anything and everything can be randomized in the seed. Obviously, we got no names on the Robot Master screen here, so I'm going to select randomly, and we're going to start with Flashman, amazingly enough. So the music's randomized, our sprite is randomized. You can choose between 4 sprites. You can choose Classic Mega, you can also be Proto Man, you can be Roll, or you can choose my personal favorite for the randomizer, and that's Bass. So you know, Bass is just a sprite worker, and so like I said, everything can be randomized, like the color backgrounds, or you know, our current choice of music, which is straight from well, our next game in Mega Man X, as we got Launch Octopus playing in the background. I can't even tell what game I'm playing. So you can see our enemies in the stage are randomized too. We have monkeys, we have rabbits, there were Batantons, and even our Robot Masters at the end, and that rabbit decided zip. I want you to know ahead of time, this is going to be primarily a zipless run, as I want to showcase as much of this seed as I can, or the randomizer as I can, without doing zips. So, looks like it's going to be an easy walk to the door here, as we got monkeys going off to save their planet, because their planets need them. Space monkeys, as we like to call them. So we're almost at the door here. So we're going to find out who our first Robot Master is. I'm hoping it's Bubble Man, because it's going to be some silliness if it's Bubble Man. It's not. It's Heat. It's going to be a long fight. It could takes a good. Oh, he's a slow burn. Okay, it's going to be a close fight here. Yep, we got this. There we go. Down goes He-Man. So He-Man actually works on one plane. He doesn't go up or down, so he's just literally going to go left and right. So those platforms that are in Flashman's stage are a bit of a hazard in that sense. So you can't exactly jump over them. So I had to set it up so then I could safely jump over him without jumping into him. So we get one of our longer Robot Master stages in Heat-Man, and it looks like we got some tin cans, we got some burrs, we got some prop tops. This isn't too bad compared to my last couple of seeds. The hot dogs that are in the middle section here coming up are actually not going to be randomized. So we'll see what. So when you pause your menu, it's not your name normal letter colorings, as usually you have a P there for his Plasma Buster. We got a W, but we also got a random weapon from our last Robot Master, and it looks like it's metal. So let's see what this metal blade can do. So weapons can act very differently. That's not a spammable metal blade, I want you to know that, and it's clearly not doing damage to that hot dog, so Buster it is. We're going to make our way through the hot dog section here at Woodman stage. 10 shots per hot dog. Kind of wish that Metal Blade was doing stuff, but clearly the effects of the Metal Blade are very different for this seed, as it was going into... It's pretty much one fire Metal Blade as opposed to firing multiple Metal Blades for the seed, and that's kind of a nuisance for me, as I sure enjoy a mashable Metal Blade. But, you know, it's neither here nor there. You play enough of these seeds, you know, you kind of know what you have to do in order to get through it. And it looks like we got ourselves some... Ooh, ho, ho, that crab almost sighted me. Looks like we got seafood in the treehouse. These don't belong here. And we're going to make it through our next to last section. Now this section up here, this second drop, this enemy will always be Game Boy colors. I don't know why, it's just a thing in the randomizer. But that enemy will always be Game Boy colors. So we are now approaching the final stretch here. It looks like we got moles on our ways to the boss store. That met was one shot. Hey, a refill right before the door. I really do appreciate that game. Alright, we'll find out who is in the Woodman room this time. Now, as you saw, some of these stages we actually took the roof off, as some of our robot masters are a bit annoying. Because the way they jump. For instance, Quickman and Crashman, sometimes with the way they jump, they would just go straight through the roof and then not come down. So both that stage and Woodman stage there, just saw we took the roofs off so they wouldn't be a problem. Fortunately, it was Bubbleman. He was weak to Buster. That's a quick kill. We're moving on to Airman, which could be good or bad depending on our enemy placements here. And it looks like we got Crushers. Ooh, they got... And birds. Oof. Alright, this is going to be a bit rough. Bit rough. And prop tops. No. Yep. Trying to figure out where that bird was when the egg, and well, right down into the hole we go. Looks like we got Bubble from Bubbleman and Woodman stage. See how that works. It doesn't exactly look like a good bubble. It just shoots straight down. It's definitely not a bubble I was hoping to have. But it's definitely doing its job. Trying to time the birds again, and boom, another death. So like I said, Airman stage can be a bit tricky. Trying to time, depending on your enemy stats, and these birds are showing me no mercy. Hashtag birds are jerks. Trying to not die this time as we get to the end of this section. Okay. The most treacherous part, I think, is past us, but we still got to get to the end of this section here, so it's not all set in stone just yet. Hey, all the little birdies gave me some energy. Appreciate that. Come on. Come on. There we go. Trying to make sure I don't get sniped again. So, normally in the vanilla section of Airman stage, you would have a section of 3 lightning lords in order to get to the end port of this. We took that out as, you know, because enemy randomizer. Instead, we just have a long platforming section there to get through. And obviously, as you can see, it can be very treacherous. So, I'm gonna make it through the final stretch here. Looks like, as lame as this bubble is, it's certainly doing its job for me. And it looks like we got some vanilla fat fiends. Alright, finally made it to the Airman boss door. Looks like we got a Flashman in Airman's room. He's a runny Flashman, but he's not really a high jumper. So, but he goes down all the same. Alright, so it looks like we picked up item 2 from Airman's stage. Is this even randomized? And it looks like we're heading off to Bubble next. So our item placements are actually randomized, but apparently this seed decided to give me item 2 in Airman's stage, which is, you know, pretty cool. I do appreciate that. But I really could use the others, as we still have Heat and Crash to come. Fortunately, I avoided having those as my first 2. I believe I also still have Quick and Metal to get through in this seed. And it looks like we're going through the Black Cherry water for this seed. So that's going to be treacherous, as, you know, our spikes are black. And this section will always have Shrimp and some other corresponding enemy for this stage. In this case, it's vanilla Metroids. Also, shoutouts to No Densu Valkyrie, as that's our background music for this stage. And shoutouts to Duckfest for developing this, as he's been working on this for a long time, and we got a very active randomizer community for this. We have races every Sunday for this thing, and more casual than anything. We also have an upcoming tournament that's set to start next month. So if you're interested in that, we can provide you a link. I can provide you a link to that later. As we are setting to start in a few days here. I believe this coming week may be the last set of signups. So we got Airman and Bubble Man room. Now, sadly, he's not a big jumper, but if he did some high jumping, he could be what I like to call Velcro Man, as he would stick to the ceiling with a higher jump. And it looks like he's going to be a bit of a bro for me today too, as he's pretty much doing one air shooter shot and then jumping, so not too bad. Alright, so that's 4 of our Robot Masters, and there's Metal Man next. As far as actual Robot Masters, Quick, Metal, Crash, and Wood are still out there. And it looks like we got robotic chickens at the stage. Let's see if I find something better to get through this hallway. Well, it's not gonna be that, not gonna be that, not gonna be that. Oh, looks like Metal Blade is going to be the way to do it. But yeah, well, maybe not. This Metal Blade isn't mashable, like I said. But we finally made it through the first corridor there. That could have been worse than it was, but we made it. So we're going to make it to the next section here. We can see what awaits us. I'm going to put that item 2 to use as well when we get to the last section here. Looks like I did some tellies. Well, maybe not. There's a Fat Fiend, so plans changed. Remember that plan I had? Not going to do it now. Oh, and more crabs, so yeah, definitely not doing that plan. Wow, can these crabs just die better? I had to be careful there, just in case there's a Fat Fiend waiting for me. There we go. Actually, really needed that. So we're gonna make it to our ball store here. See who's awaiting us. And is this even randomized, as we got Metal Man in Metal Man's room? In vanilla colors, I should add. Alright, we got the metal blade, and did we get an item? We did not get an item. And we found Crash. So we still got Crash, still got Heat, we still got Quick as our remaining Robot Master rooms. And we got Fat Fiends in the first section of Crashman stage. Now that's going to tell me in the elevator section coming up, we're going to have Fat Fiends going all the way up. So it can be a boon, it can be a blessing, or boon, it could be a curse. This time it's pretty much a boon. There are definitely a set of enemies that we don't like seeing there, like a shrimp or the rabbits. But Fat Fiends, take it. And also shoutouts to Mario Kart and Rainbow Road, as it seems perfect going up the elevator section here. I'm gonna do more ladder climbing here as we get to the end of the stage. Ooh, a baton up there. Thank you for stepping by. Get out of here. Looks like we got Joe in the ladder. Joe's plural in the ladder section here. Okay, I got 2 E-Tanks. I don't need this E-Tank. We'll be good from here. We'll get the E-Tank in Quick. That'll be 3, and then we'll get the 1 in Y, 2. That'll be 4. Alright, coming up to the crash door here. See who's awaiting us in the dark skies. Dark skis. And it's an orange Quick Man. There we go. Down goes Quick Man. Oh, there's item 3. I could have used you for that stage. Alright, 2 left. Quick Man and Heat Man. Looks like we got Quick. And I believe Quick Man and Hood Woodman themselves as Robot Masters are still left out there. So we'll see who's waiting us at the end of this stage. So not too much difference. The enemy down here will determine what I'm going to do next. It's a Fat Fiend. Alright, so I'm dropping straight down because there's going to be a Fat Fiend waiting for me here. Yep. So that Fat Fiend, as much as I want that E-Tank, that Fiend can definitely be a detriment to getting it. So we're just going to ignore that. We're going to deal with the E-Tank supply we got, and we'll just end up having 3 for the seed. Which is fine enough, because, you know, trying to go fast, stay healthy, not die. We were not counting that Airman stage. Didn't die there. Did I die in Airman stage? No, never happened. It was deleted. Alright, nothing about the laser shaft changes for the randomizer here. Looks like we've got the hallway. Not too much here. Just some string cheese and Metroids. Let's see who's waiting for us behind the Quick Man door. And it looks like we got a Woodman here. Oh, and we got the boomerang effect Woodman. That's fine. He's in. He's done. Alright, so we got Heatman next. So this is actually a good time with Heatman being last to test our weapons on the crash doors, because those are going to be randomized along with, you know, the number of other things randomized to see. Looks like we got birds and monkeys. So this, as good as it looks, the birds are still a bit of a problem because, you know, birds are jerks. But yeah, crash balls are all randomized, so we're going to use our allotment of weapons to see what exactly is required to destroy them, as we'll use that information probably later to determine, to help us with the Boo Beam fight. Now, the good thing about finding out what our crash weakness is whatever destroys the crash balls won't be the weakness for the Boo Beams. And it looks like we got shellfish here in the long hallway section, which is, you know, which could be worse, but this is pretty great right here. So let's test out everything. Ooh, that's a long charge. Alright, thank goodness. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Not that one. Got 2 left. Looks like wood is going to be our weakness. Let me try a bubble one more time. Yeah, so it looks like wood's going to end up being our wall weakness. So that's good information to have. And we know where wood is. It's at the end of this stage. And thanks, Item 1, for being terrible this seed. Oof, that was close. Almost fell right into the pit because of it. Also, I enjoy this purplish background, as both the item and base match up pretty well with it. And it looks like we have shrimp just prior. It's just a singular shrimp. And I believe... Crap, who's left? Well, I'll find out in a moment who's left. Let's track. Oh, Crash. Doesn't look like his own weapon's good. Ah! Held down the quick button too. So that wasn't a glitch. That's pretty much a glitch there, where you can just fire off the boomerangs, and he won't move. So pretty much, you know, normally if you're oh, he was a dumb Crash to begin with. Never mind. He was, in fact, a dumb Crash. So there's the thing with Crash where if you fire at him, he generally counterattacks. This version, he wasn't really doing that. But what I was doing beforehand is what you can do is you can pull out Quick Boomerang and just hold down the button, as it's an auto fire. And Crashman only reacts when you're firing at him. So you can just hold that quick Boomerang button down and just tear into him. Sadly, I did it terribly and ended up paying for it. Alright, so we're reaching Wily 1 now, as we are progressing through the seed. A little slower, but, you know, that's fine. And we like to play a game in the Mega Man 2 Randomizer community, if you're familiar with it. And that game involves 2 things. 1, guessing the color of the dragon. And then 2, guessing the weakness of the dragon. So get those guesses in chat now. I won't be looking, so we're all going to hold you to it. But I'm going to choose a grimace purple looking dragon that is weak to Crash. And all the fat fiends at the end of this first hallway. This energy here. Looks like we got shrimps. I thought it was going to be shrimp all the way up. I'll take that. Also, shoutouts to Mega Man 6 and Infinity Minjin. I can never get its name right, and I never will. And there goes more Space Monkeys. Alright. Here we go, folks. Find out. Here we go, folks. Let's find out what this dragon looks like and what he's weak to. If you got yellow as your primary, congratulations. Let's see about that crash. Nope, not crash. Metal? Nope, not metal. How about Lay Buster? Nope, not Buster. Air? Oh. Let's see what else we got. I'll take Quick. Ooh, that could have been worse. I was actually worried it was going to end up being that air shooter or the bubble. Bubble not being too bad, because at least I can match that. That air shooter isn't too great. But I got a feeling I'm going to end up using that air shooter in this stage, if I had to guess. And it looks like we got more robot chickens here in the first section of Wily 2. And that's our third E-Tank. It'd be great if I used these E-Tanks properly, so then I wouldn't die. Alright, time for the long hallway here. Again, the item coloring for base and these and why these decorators just matching up. Bravo. And more birds, and let's see. Nope. Nope. Okay. Oops. Almost pulled the dagger. Alright. Definitely damage boost that way. Actually, let's see. Let's go to Leaf first. As I'm hoping for an ultimate weakness here for the Pico fight, which isn't really much different outside of the outside wall. What we're hoping for is Leaf being our weakness here, so then we don't have to move. And does it look like Sweep? How about air? 2 air shots. I don't like that. How about Buster? Not Buster. 5 bubble shots. I'll take that. Almost walked into. Like it because Bubble's mashable. Oh yeah, we've been gathering those E-Tanks, one for the Wily machine later, because it's smart to walk into the machine with at least one E-Tank on hand. The other reason is pretty much for this fight, because Pico hits like a truck. Like, it is insane how much damage Pico does. And down goes Pico. Alright, off to Wily 3. And looks like Wily Axe the Decorator changed his background to orange here, much like his dragon. So we're coming up to the sewer section. We'll see what Wily has been drinking lately. Oof, that's not a good color, Wily. Gonna have to see your urologist about that. in the barf colored sewers. Oh, you know what? We got ecto cooler colors going on here outside of the water. Ooh, that was close. Looks like we got more of our friendly neighborhood gorillas here. All right, let's see what this guts tank looks like. Ooh, looking mighty pink. Not that. How about you? Looks like we got a metal blade weakness this time. Oof, that was rough. Running low metal blades, so I'm going to grab the energies here in Wily 4 in the early part. So we know Leaf Shield will end up being our wall weakness by process of elimination. We're going to find out what our Boo Beam weakness here is in a moment. We know it won't be Leaf. Hopefully it's Metal, as that's our other god weakness for the Boo Beam fight coming up. So, Wily 4 is infamous for its false floors. So the section coming up, these floors are actually false compared to the vanilla version of Mega Man 2. And we're going to find out in a moment which floor is false, as we can pretty much just jump right up into it and find out which one it is. And there we go, there's our false floor. There's both our false floors, so that works right out. Alright, so we're going to switch back. Actually, I'm going to stick with item 1 just to be a bit longer. And this section right here also has false floors, but we can pretty much navigate it just like that. As pretty much the middle sections there, I was trying to set it up to where I didn't land on the wider graphical parts as opposed to the narrow parts, as there's always going to be enough space for Mega Man Sprite to land, and it looks like our looks like our anxiety rooms here in Wily 4 are going to be filled with Janky Makers. That's fun. Okay. You have a lagtastic day. Alright, let's wait for the platform here. This is gonna be a bit tricky. Just need to get low enough to shoot. Or just get sniped in general. What? I thought it'd just be wide enough of it. I guess not. Alright, the anxiety worms are living up to their name, as they are definitely giving me trouble. And I'm definitely running out of item 1, so gonna be a little more careful here. Or just completely screw it up. Wow. I like to make a call to the bullpen, as we need a new runner in here, as this guy is clearly stinking up the place. Get out of here, Janky Makers. This is not a good section here, I gotta tell you. It's not a good metal either. There we go. We're gonna take this a bit slow. I'm gonna wait for the elevator platform to come to me. Take the D-boost off the Chenka Maker. Alright, we're out of here. Pause, buffer our way through. Alright. Wow. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. Ah! Could have used that for item 1. Alright. Finally made it to the boobing room. And as I said earlier... No? Then wait a minute. What? I could have... Then what's our wall weakness? Oh, it was bubble. Well, that's terrible. Pause buffer our way through the boobing shops here. And looks like we got a crash weakness. Get around the corner here. There we go. And we'll be fine. No. Get back up there. That shouldn't be too much bad bother. Well, that was fun. Could have sworn I checked that bubble in Heatman stage because it definitely tinked off. Alright, refights time. So in Wily 5 here, our track that starts at the beginning is always going to be the same track through the stage. You won't hear boss music play, interrupt, except through the quirkiness of Metal Man. But, you know, that's about it. Dang it, Crashman. This bomb pushed me right back into the door. Airman decided not to be a burrow this time. Looks like we're gonna deal with the lighter again. Zippo Man. Alright. That's half our Robot Masters. There's also, I believe, the half of our Robot Masters that weren't Buster susceptible. Did Quickman style on me in the air? Did I see that right? It looked like Quickman did his pose in the air for a moment there. Alright, one more Robot Master. So the machine actually has a chance to be weak to the Buster, but if it's weak to a weapon, that could be trouble. Thank you for finally jumping to the other side of the room, Metal Man. I really wanted you to go over there. Alright, so let's see what the machine is weak to, as there's a 50-50 chance the machine is not weak to the Buster, and it is weak to the Buster. Thank goodness. Is Freaku in the room? Because whenever he does commentary, the machine is not weak to the Buster. Let's fill up on Crash. Alright. Well, looks like we're over on this one. Alright, so we're gonna go down Victory Road here and see what our alien color looks like. Once again, wants to thank Randomania for allowing me to put on this randomizer and the next two coming up, as Mega Man X is coming up next. So stick around for that as we reach the alien here and his multicolored facets. And I didn't switch to page 2 like I normally do. So clearly I'm off my game. We'll do the mashables. Oh boy, you're gonna be weak to wood, aren't? Or oh, I was gonna say heat. There we go. There we go. Alright, so down goes. Don't mind the background noise. It's just a leaf. It's just a leaf being very loud. How's anyone supposed to know Wily's been defeated? Alright. So with that, I'm gonna take a breather here and set up for Mega Man X here. So stay tuned for that as I switch everything over here. Okay, chat. As I'm switching over here to Mega Man X, pick a number 1, 2, or 3.